George Kittle and Jimmie Ward. This is an interesting one. Jimmie Ward is the Niners' best cover guy who's not a corner. When it comes to covering a slot receiver or a tight end, you want Jimmie Ward on that guy. And so if the Niners were facing the Niners on key third downs, I think you would have to put Jimmie Ward on George Kittle. Kind of the way that the Chiefs would put Tyrann Mathieu on George Kittle. So I've seen this before in the past. It's usually Jaquiski Tartt against George Kittle, and that's a surprisingly even matchup. George Kittle, kind of like Debo, so great after the catch, also good before the catch, but better after the catch. It's a really good matchup between George Kittle and Jaquiski Tartt. Tartt holds his own. I'd like to see Kittle on Jimmie Ward. Ward's smaller, but if he can get some practice against George Kittle this year, imagine all the different ways that DeMeco Ryans could use Jimmie Ward during the season. If you can get Jimmie Ward a bunch of reps against George Kittle in camp, there's no one more difficult to face in the NFL. Now you could actually have Jimmie Ward as a weapon in man-to-man coverage. Now, Warner, with what I've noticed in these one-on-ones is usually the safeties cover the tight ends and the linebackers cover the running backs. That's usually how Shanahan does it. So I don't expect to see George Kittle on Warner. Maybe once or twice. I don't expect to see Jimmie Ward on Trey Sermon. But Ward's going to have times against Dwelley, Kittle. And I'm most curious to see Ward on Kittle because there's a big size discrepancy. Remember, Ward struggled against Brandon Marshall as a rookie. Can he handle it? Can he handle Kittle? And can Kittle does he still have the speed and explosion to beat Jimmie Ward? Because he broke his foot last year. That's going to be a nice matchup to watch.